Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I'm Conostep and this is going to be part 6 of my early campaign where I'm playing as Egypt. And welcome back to what has been so far a very peaceful campaign. Yeah, there has not been a single battle after 5 episodes, and I'm pretty sure I did say that this was going to happen in the first episode. I don't think I made any grand promises about blitzing and causing chaos and wars and invasions. I'm pretty sure I did say this is going to be a pretty peaceful opening, and yeah, so far it's met that bill. Yes, it has. I'm curious. I wonder, how long will this last? I mean, the Turks have looked threatening for at least a couple episodes now. They've had essentially 3 stacks sitting here in Syria for a while, and as much as I've tried to sort of like keep my defenses light, you know, Arabia doesn't even have a standing army here. I just have a garrison in the fort. But of course I still have to, you know, defend my provinces somewhat, so I do have a stack in Antioch, Tripoli, and then Palestine. And apparently that's enough for the Turks to think that Syria requires three stacks just sitting there, looking at me menacingly. Which is too bad, because they are at war with the Byzantines, and you would think that they could use those stacks against the Byzantines and not me. Yeah, that's what I would prefer for them to do. But the good news is I do have 3 boats in the water. I am still building boats here in Egypt, just pumping them out. And I do have shipwrights being built here in Sinai, Palestine, Tripoli. And is it time for me to get one going here in Antioch? Maybe it is. Yes, maybe it's time to get that going. So how much money did I just spend? So I just spent 1,000 on the shipwright and the boat. So I have 12. You know what I have enough money for? I need to keep training soldiers here. And I think it's time for some naphtha throwers. Now, I know the thing is, they don't really seem like they're really applicable to any sort of the battles that we would be fighting if we had to fight right now, because they're not really meant to be going after horse archers. However, the Turks do still have some melee soldiers. Not in that stack, that's pretty much all. I know they have camels. Okay, so they don't have too many camels in these 3 stacks. They have some. But even like a massed camel charge needs to be dealt with somehow. And yes, sure, spears can hold their own, but spears are by nature die slow units. They're not kill fast units. And to kill quickly, you need something that's designed for that. And the naphtha throwers are nothing if not designed to kill quickly. They do take 2 turns to train, so it's nice to train them at a part of the campaign when it's not like, you know, dire need. It's nice to kind of get them out before you need them, so they're kind of sitting around. It's a nice utility piece, really. And their upkeep is only 7 florins, so, you know, you're not like sitting on a bunch of money by training these guys. Yeah, so naphtha is a fiery mixture of chemicals that is very difficult to put out, contained in throwable grenades, ceramic pots, that burst open on contact. Naphtha is dangerous, and it is possible for the thrower to set fire to himself rather than a target. And yes, that does happen. But there's only 12 men in a unit, that's why the support cost is so low. So let's get them. I think I can just afford that unit, in addition to the shipwright and the dhow in Egypt. We do have a new sultan here, Al-Mustali II, and he's alright. His influence is a bit low. His dad only got up to influence of 5 before he bit the dust. And our glorious achievements points, objectives, has gotten lower now. Now that historically, in this time period, our homelands would not have included like Antioch and Tripoli and Palestine, so they are no longer part of the goals. So in our next counting period, which is going to be in 8 years, 1125, we're only going to be making 5 points off of homelands, which is pretty sad. That's pretty sad. Yeah. I think when I can, not quite yet, but as soon as I can, I'm going to continue to work towards getting that Grand Mosque here in Egypt. Because it's going to take a while. What I need to do is I need to build a castle. This is going to take 12 turns. Then I need to build a citadel, which might take 20 turns. And then I need to build a grand mosque. So considering that it is the year 1117 and our goal for this is the year 1204, I know I have time, but I should probably get cracking on that as soon as possible. Was it cost 2,000, I think? Yeah, 2,000 florins. Okay. Yeah, it's not... See, it's kind of tough because like more useful buildings at this stage of the campaign would be something like the merchant building, which is the upgraded trading post. This is going to increase the amount of money that I make off of trade, which is probably more applicable at this stage, right? But I do feel like getting those points off of that Grand Mosque, just to make sure that I have them. So the economy is going to continue to be a little bit sparse in the beginning until I can really start trading. Let's see, one more boat is going to get me to... Let's see. Well, I can get to the Sea of Crete so that I'm trading with Crete. And the Mertun Sea as well so that I can trade with Greece. The Aegean doesn't have any ports, but then the Sea of Marmara has Constantinople, which is very good. And the Black Sea has at least 2 ports, one in Georgia and then one in Crimea. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more ships, and that's going to be a good, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ports. So that's going to be good for us, I think. Yeah. We're cracking along. We're getting there. And also, luckily, my new Sultan, he has a son already set. This is his son right here, Prince Mohammed, and then Prince Salih. And Prince Mohammed is the same age as his younger brother, Prince Khalil, which is his dad's youngest son. So they're going to come of age 2 turns from now, but then Prince Mohammed is going to become the next heir, I believe. So I'm curious to see how he is, because, yeah, you were not a loyal man. You needed to just kind of hang out with your dad the whole time. For now, though, let's continue to just cross our fingers and hope that the Turks do just kind of be good. Let's see. I want to see if I can find the Turkish Sultan. I want to see how much influence he has, because if they betray me, they will lose influence. And I want to see if they can kind of survive that, or if that's going to really hurt them. And I don't want them to be hurt. I want the Turks to be strong. So, yeah, let's hope for that. And my emissary up here has been rebuffed at every turn lately. He was doing well at first, getting alliances with the Italians and then the Aragonese, but then the Germans and the French and the English all wisely did turn down my offer of an alliance. So let's come down here to the Iberian Peninsula, see if we can talk to the Spanish. Let's see if they will take our offer. Yeah, we will have to cross our fingers for that one. But I think that everything else is fine. Let's see if taxes are set to very high. Yes, they are. And what is our income? 723. Not great, but it's something. Let's drop a save, and then let's end the turn. Oh, wow. So just as I was looking for the Turkish Sultan, he just died from an illness. So now his heir has taken over, and I'm curious to see what kind of a man he is. And the shipwright has been finished here in Sinai. And then famine in Egypt. Oh, that's tough. That's like one of my richest provinces. Oh, God. Income halved. And if I haven't mentioned this before, so for these messages that, signal some sort of disaster that has happened in your territories, whether it's a famine or I think it's a flood, maybe even an earthquake is another option, I think. It says in the message that income is halved. The thing that it doesn't say is that it also does affect the public or the population loyalty of your province. So it's always worth checking in on that as well, just to make sure your people are going to be okay as well. You might have to lower taxes for a turn just to, it's tough because you need the money, but like you need the people to be happy as well. All right, the Byzantine Emperor is still trying to get an alliance. At this point, he's at war with the Italians, the Turks, and the Sicilians, all 3 of being my allies. No. No, not doing that. Amir El-Ghazi of Aleppo, very charitable. So, what is this? Plus 10 happiness, plus 10, plus 1 piety. And then what do you got? You're not a governor, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. That's okay, but having the Almohad's emissary kind of spying on me is a little bit nerve-wracking. They have some troops here, but nothing too crazy. But the important thing is, the Turks did move one of their stacks out of Syria. I thought I saw them move north. Ooh, we have the Turkish Sultan here as well. 2 stars, 4 influence, 2 dread, 2 acumen, great warrior, so +5 health, and then pride is going to give him +3 valor, but then minus command, minus acumen. Yeah, not great. That influence is precarious, isn't it? Because I can't remember how much you lose for betraying an ally. It might just be like 1, but still, like, you know, that can be a little bit dangerous. How's the loyalty of his men? Ooh, 3 on him. Three's a little dodgy. 1 on him. 1's dodgy. 1's bad. 2 on him. That's not good either. 3 on him. Yep. Okay. And these are like family members as well. Ay. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's go up here to Georgia. See what they have. Yeah, I would like it if they were fighting Byzantines, you know? Like more. They're at war, I get it, but like... Fight more against them, please. And has the Italians like taken Greece? Is that... Let's see. No, the Byzantines have Greece. Okay. So the only homeland provinces they are missing is Lesser Armenia and then Georgia, so they've stabilized since that initial blitz. Now that I can build DAOs here in Sinai, I should just go for it. As tempted as I am to just save up 2,000 florins so that I can start building the castle here in Egypt, I think if I can just pump out a couple DAOs and get that income in a healthier place, I think that 2,000 florins will be a little bit easier to come by rather than just waiting and not building or training anything for 3 turns. Let's keep building, you know, let's get these boats in the water. We have 3 shipwrights in the process of being built. So let's get these boats in the water, gosh darn it. And we will get to that Grand Mosque as soon as we can. Turks, it's gonna take a bit more than that to take Anatolia, I'll tell you that much. I mean, what did they send? 3 units to take on a stack? Led by a 7-star general? Guys, do better, please. And here we go. So now the 2 heirs are gonna mature here. Prince Muhammad and then Prince Khalil, we will check them out in a moment. Shipwright just finished here in Palestine, and god damn it, another famine here in Palestine. That's also not good. Even though Palestine does not have trade, it's still making, I think, like 600 off of farm income, I think. And then the Hungarians have sent an emissary. Ooh, interesting. They can't crusade. So like I don't feel like I need to do this. You know, I don't feel like I have to. They're gonna break their alliance with me as soon as a Catholic faction declares a crusade against me. You know? So I don't know really what the point is. But I will be putting boats in the water up around their area soon-ish. So if they happen to have any boats in the water too, it would be nice to get some form of a guarantee, at least in this, you know, the early parts of the campaign, that they won't be attacking my boats. That's something that the AI will do sometimes, sort of like willy-nilly. Like they'll just kind of like attack your boats and just kind of like a fuck you, kind of like, man, like just kind of get you. It's just like, you didn't need to do that. And then you have to like break contact with them and get this ceasefire. It's a big ordeal, just because they felt like it. Now, I think that also is a little bit tied into the AI faction personalities, because there are faction personalities built into these factions. I think that they were supposed to be different personalities for each like king, basically, each ruler. I don't think that made it into the game. It was the same thing in Shogun, where like different rulers were supposed to have different personalities, but that also didn't really make it in. In the game files, you can read about the different personalities, but I think that the factions in both of these games, Medieval and Shogun, they just have the personality that they kind of are defaulted to, and but they are like different. They are very different things. And you can see, for instance, like certain factions will do better at like building trade routes with their navies, and that seems to be something that's coded into them. Some navies, I feel like when Egypt is being played by the AI, it seems like their navies are very ornery. It seems like they're always kind of like starting wars with, Catholic or maybe Orthodox factions, just for like no reason. Almost, it's just kind of like they have no intention of attacking you, really. They just want to like kind of annoy you, even though they could be making a lot of money off of trade imports. They would just rather choose to like kind of swat you aside with their own boats. So I think that getting these alliances can sometimes be nice, just to get a little bit like of an assurance that your boats are going to be okay. So let's accept this. I don't intend on attacking the Hungarians, although they do have pretty good GA objectives. Like they get a point per province for their conquering points stuff. That can kind of let them run out of control in the later part of the campaign, but typically they get a little bit smushed just between like the stronger powers between them, whether it's the Byzantines or the Holy Roman Emperor or the Poles, or more accurately, the Golden Horde, the Mongols, when they do arrive as well. So there are many situations where they aren't much of a threat. Ooh, okay, this is a lot. Okay, there's some bad stuff here. Amir Al-Ghazi of Aleppo, and this is someone who not only is my historical general, but he's Amir. Well, no, I think that's just his title. Actually, I don't know if he's actually an Amir. I will have to check in on that. I don't know if he's a governor or not, but he's crack-brained. So if he is a governor, and that -2 morale is bad. So because he's a 4-star general, so you want to use him in battle, but -2 morale is bad. And then -20 happiness for any province that he might be the governor of. That's bad. Ugh, that sucks. Prince Mohammed, this also sucks. It looks like he's a 5-star. Is that 5? It's hard to tell because his stars are lining up with his dad's. He might just be a 3-star. But the fact that he's a drinker, so -1 command, and that's going to get worse as well. Eventually that's going to be -1 command and -1 acumen, I believe, and then I think it just gets worse from there. So yeah, that's a bad one. And he's the next in line. He's the heir, so that sucks. Prince Khalil, the youngest brother of the initial set of brothers, secret perversion, so that's not going to matter until it's discovered. Once it's discovered, he will lose piety, but right now it does not matter. The natural leader, so one good trait. Prince Khalil is going to give +2 morale and then +1 loyalty. So let's see what the rest of their stats are like. What do we have here? So this is Mohammed. Yeah, 2 loyalty. Goddamn. So just like his dad, he has to be babysat because it seems like disloyalty seems to run in his direct line. But 3 stars is like fine for now until he loses more from being a bad drinker. 1 dread is kind of, not great. Piety 3 is, meh. Acumen, how's his dad's acumen? Also 1. So they both have 1 acumen. Yeah, that's not good. It'd be nice to make some more money off of these guys. Yeah, and then drinker. Yeah, that's tough. Let's just get you to hang out with your dad. Let's see if I can take some soldiers out. And put you back into the stack like that. And here, Prince Khalil, so also 3 stars, much more loyal. Thank you for that. And then, yeah, a little bit better dread, same piety, same acumen as his cousin. So, do I have a place for you? So you're really loyal, that's nice. Actually, maybe put you up here in Antioch. Just because these 2 guys, specifically Prince, is it Baybars is the eldest? Yeah, Baybars is the eldest. His loyalty's not super great, and he's the inbred one, so he's -3 command. So he would be a 5-star general if it wasn't for his unfortunate ancestry. So let's bring Prince Khalil up to Antioch to reinforce this. Maybe get a better, he's a 3-star, so he will take control of the stack. So yes, 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 yes. That's what you want. And I guess, are you? Yeah, you're the Emir of Arabia. That's right. I mean, for acumen, yeah, I'll keep you as the governor. Arabia, is your morale fine despite the -20 happiness? Yeah, you're totally chill. You're like, we don't care that our governor's crack-brained. It's fine. It's just, he's hanging out in Egypt, so he's far away from us. It's okay then. It's A-okay. Do we have another boat yet? No, we do not. And we don't have enough money to pretty much do anything. So... Oh, geez. Yeah, making 336. Oh, God, that hurts. That hurts. Having back-to-back famines in Egypt and, was it Palestine? Yeah, because Palestine makes like, yeah, I think they make 660. Oof, that's rough. Yeah, so we're just going to have to tighten the belts for this turn. Now, Muhammad al-Adil, this is the captain that has taken over for my historical general that was al-Afdal, the guy that did pass away in the last episode. He just picked up this trait, humanist, so this man's ability to think clearly makes him worldly wise, but his knowledge also leads him to set up reason in the place of faith. -4 piety, +4 acumen. Check out his acumen, looking pretty gosh darn good. Is he the governor of anywhere? No, he is not. No, he is not. So I was looking at this, and the governor of Antioch is one guy that probably could do a little bit better. He's right here, Amir Najim Adin, and 4 acumen is fine. That's my bar. But considering that Antioch is eventually going to be one of my richest provinces, I think it will be my richest province. Getting a better acumen guy in there, since I have one available, seems like a really good idea. So how do we do this? Well, I can strip this man of his title. That's going to make him a bit more upset, but he's not going to be ever leading a stack. He's not a general. He has no command stars. He's never going to lead a stack, and he does happen to be directly under the control of the man that he's going to be losing his title to. So he can keep him in check. And I have an emissary that is somewhat nearby who can come down here and strip this man of his titles. Before we do that, let's just check out. See what we can learn about the, yes, plus 10% agricultural production for Emperor Alexius II. Trebizond has a keep. Okay, nothing special there. So let's come down here. Let's make sure we got the right guy. So it's going to be you, right? Prince of Antioch for acumen. Let's strip him of his titles. And once that happens, let's assign that to this man. And we can make a bit more money off of Antioch. Now, a lot of dread as well, so Antioch's loyalty should be fine. 0 piety on that man. But Antioch's zeal is only 28%, so along with all of that dread, I think their loyalty is going to remain just fine. Also, they have a lot of soldiers garrisoned there as well, so I'm not too worried about their loyalty. And let's see, now I was able to get a boat in the Sea of Crete, so that now we can trade with Crete. And we are 1 turn away from having another boat ready. We have enough money to get another boat started. And yeah, it's a little rough. I can't quite make that splurge yet on that castle here. Let's do the math. So it's 1120, and it's going to take 12 years. So that would be done by 1132. And another 20, I think, for the Citadel, so 1152, and then however much it takes to the Grand Mosque, say 10 at the most, 1162. So I have time. It's not immediately urgent, but it's not something that I want to lose track of either. Oh, you know what I need instead of a boat is I need to get trading posts in Tripoli and Antioch. Yeah, gosh, I've been so poor, I just forgot to do that. 2 turns, 800 florins. What's going to make more money? It's going to be Antioch, but there's 1 more turn left before the shipwright is finished. So let's get that going here in Tripoli. I don't think I missed too many turns. I think, was this just finished? I think the shipwright was finished in Tripoli like this turn, maybe. I don't think I missed too many turns there. There are no trade goods in Sinai, Palestine, or Arabia, so these shipwrights being finished up, I couldn't build a trading post there. But yeah, let's get that going. That's going to be pretty much all of my money being spent. It's 800 florins to build a trading post. That's a bit of money. Yeah. But I just need to get trade available right now in Tripoli and Antioch. Because right now, sure, I got some boats in the water, but now I'm just making all of my money is just for Egypt. That's all of my trade money. So yeah, I need to do better at that. Get some more trade going here. And luckily though, that's only going to take 2 turns to build. So that feels nice. Oh shucks. There's that civil war. Yep, the Turks have a civil war on their hands. Ah, bummer. And let's see. The Spanish also rejected my proposal of an alliance. So yeah, they're definitely thinking ahead here. Good on them. Good on them. And Prince Khalil, so good education, +1 acumen. Good for him. And yeah, the Turkish Civil War. Oh, they lost their 5-star general, Sir Hassan Isabah. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, rough stuff. Huh? What? 6 influence? What the heck is going on? Is he's the new sultan, right? Yeah, that's interesting. How does a 6 influence sultan lose? How does he get a civil war? I am so confused by that. Huh. Because it's not that the one that was just crowned just died all of a sudden, because there would have been a message about that and there wasn't one. So yeah, that's very, very bizarre. Huh. Interesting. Okay. And you are going to... Why does it say that you're spying? You should be on a mission to rid this man of his title, right? That's what you were going to do? Looks like he might have lost his mission. Yeah, that was... Okay, that's also weird. A couple weird things happened right there. Yeah, my emissary kind of dropped his mission, and it's like the Civil War freaked him out. He didn't know what to think anymore. Oh dear. That's too bad. But, let's see, another boat's finished, so that's good. Let's go here, here, and then here, and then let's do that. So that we can connect with Greece, and then, yeah, just like 3 more boats, and then we're in the Black Sea. That'll give us 3 more ports. And what are we making? We're making 688. Alright, let's see that. Let's see those numbers bump up a bit. And 600 florins, instead of building another boat, I have to save up for a trading post in Antioch. That would just be stupid not to have that. It already feels dumb. But the shipwright was just finished in Antioch, so it's not like again, I'm not, missing that many turns of not having it. Okay, I'm not that far behind here. All right, emissary over here. Now that like you kind of done on your little world tour, I don't feel like I need you to. Maybe I can have you spying on the Almohads. I already have one emissary kind of in the Anatolian region, giving me some good information. I have boats in the water too, which is helping me understand what's going on. I kind of want eyes over here, actually. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Because knowing, like, I don't know, the Almohads, their situation's pretty, like, understandable, Like, we can kind of see what they have on our borders, and that kind of is all that matters. I feel like I don't need really, like, an in-depth spying mission on the Almohads, but I feel like going over, like, to the Balkans and sort of seeing what's going on over in the Balkans and the Thracian regions, just to sort of get some intel, because the Byzantines were with the Italians and the Sicilians as well as the Turks, yeah. So I kind of want to see what's going on over here. Actually, maybe even check out Naples to see if the Byzantines still have Naples. Can I check that here? Do they? And they still have Naples. Yeah, they do. Huh. Your general receives your command to return his badges of office to the crown immediately and consider himself relieved of the burden of courtly duties. He is not pleased by this turn of events. Yeah, well, to be fair, he wasn't really a general. He was a decent governor, though. I will give him that. Tripoli has that trading post finished, so now Tripoli will be making a bit of money off of that. And Amir al-Ghazi of Aleppo, this helps. Yeah, the plus 20 happiness from this helps balance out the minus 20 happiness for being crack-brained, so that's something. And now that we have the, let's see, Antioch gives loyalty and piety. So that's going to be your only cross of piety for you, sir. But the acumen's going to be very good. You don't even need the loyalty, but yeah, so they're making 535 right now. Give it to that. And then making 910. So that's a good boost. That's a very, very well worth it. Very well worth it. So what are we up to right now? 1358. Hot damn. And I think a lot of that's from Tripoli, making over 1,000 now. Just from having this many trade boats. So that's big. And we don't have any other boats being built. We can afford to get the trading post started here in Antioch. That's going to be 800, and then we won't have any money to build any other boats. Okay, so that's fine though. Once that's going, then we can go back on the boats thing, and just don't stop. Don't stop with the boats until everything is covered. And as soon as we have what feels like a little bit of a disposable income, we can drop that 2 grand on that fortress here in Egypt. Oh, hello. The Byzantines are up here in Croatia, and they have the Hungarians under siege here. This is going to last just 2 turns, so that's what this means. Anytime it will say 1 year, it means like 1 year, and then then it will say it's about to fall. So it's always one more turn than what it seems like it's going to be. It's a little bit confusing, but that's just how it was in this game, and also Shogun as well. So they're at war with the Hungarians and the Sicilians and the Italians and the Turks. Okay, are they... and they're winning? They're stable? They're stabilizing? What the hell? Huh. Jeez, oh Pete's, what do they got here? Naphtha throwers, archers, peasants, urban militia, Slav warriors. This is a lot of really light, basic stuff. And the Hungarians have the Zekelis, the mounted crossbows. I mean, it's also pretty light, I suppose. Huh. Where should I check out? Let's just make sure Hungary is okay. Are you okay, Hungary? Yeah, that explains why the Hungarians were looking for alliances. They're getting smushed and beat a little bit. And now I did change my mind. I'm so close to getting that 2 grand for that castle in Egypt, so let's just wait one more turn and then I will get that going. I may as well. There doesn't seem to be any rush. I don't seem to be any under pressure anymore from the Turks just because of their civil war. I think I have time to sort of, focus on what may be considered non-essential stuff. So let's just get that Grand Mosque objective back underway, I think. Holy shit, there's a counterattack if I've ever seen one. So yes, the Hungarians came in, and their Italians, I'm assuming they're allied with the Hungarians. Yes, they are pushing the Byzantines out of Croatia. They are not having any of that shit. The Byzantines are the richest, though. Well, that's soon about to be me. Yeah, trading post finished in Antioch. We are going to see just the cash flowing in. Antioch's making 2 grand now. I think it was making 600 before this. Oh my god. Up to 23. Yeah, weird. This is where things get fun. Yeah, this is where things get fun. Now we can just drop that 2 grand easy on that castle. Be finished in 12 12 turns, so it'll be 1136. And let's see, 20 turns, I think, for the Citadel, so 1156. And then, yeah, however long it takes with the Grand Mosque. Yes, that's going to be fine. That's going to be fine. So let's drop that money. Let's see, 2 grand on the castle, and we will still have money, I think. I think we can start building 2 boats. It's going to be 26, and that's going to be 32. If my math is correct. And this is not what I wanted to see. The Byzantines are taking Rum. Rum is the capital of the Turks. Now, that doesn't mean they're gonna like lose or anything. You can lose your capital and be fine, but this is technically supposed to be their most built-up province. It doesn't seem to be that built up. How long before this falls? 2 turns? Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. Yeah, that's too bad. That civil war is really unfortunate. And the fact that the Byzantines can just kind of push in all directions and still be okay is interesting. Yeah. Well, maybe, gosh, I don't like. There's no chance of a Byzantine civil war just because their influence is so high, so their loyalty is so high. So it really just comes down to the fact of whether or not they can really weather being at war with, so many factions, 4 factions right now. Well, so far they're making it look easy. Here we are. We have just scored 5 points for our homelands, which is pretty weak sauce, I'll tell you what. But there we go. 1125 is the year, and we got a couple more traits this time. So yeah, the Emir El Ghazi of Aleppo is getting worse. He's an unhinged loon now. So now instead of -2 morale, -20 happiness, it's -3 morale, -30 happiness. Really just like the last guy that you want to be leading an army. But he's still a 4-star general, so this is going to be giving like attack and defense, but then his army will be getting -3 morale. It's not ideal, but that's kind of one of my only options. I have some decent generals up here. He's gotten better. Prince Khalil is actually doing very well. I wish that he was the next in line, actually. Yes, because he just got well educated, which is so educated as +1 acumen, well educated as +1 acumen and +1 command. So now he's up to being a 4-star general in addition to having good loyalty. Yeah, he's good. He's way better than his cousin who's just drinking his life away, being babysat by his dad. He's gonna be the next leader. That's just how it goes. Life's not fair, I guess. Now my Sultan's second son, Prince Az-Salih, has come of age. And the Byzantines are still looking for an ally. No, guys. I'm not going to just lose 4 allies because of this. Nope, not doing it. The Prince of Novgorod is looking for an alliance. Interesting. He's not at war with anyone. Is there any reason for me to, do this? Is there any reason for me to not do this? I guess I can. Again, just on the off chance that he has a boat in the water that, may think about interfering with my trade. It's going to be a while before I get boats up in the north, Baltic Sea regions. But just in case I get up there and there's a Novgorod boat in the water and I'm like, no, don't attack me. It would be nice to have that alliance as a certain measure of insurance. Poland, maybe the same reason, perhaps? Yeah, they're also not at war with anyone, so let's just say yes, I guess. And Secret Pride, so this is for Prince Asli, the new heir. -1 command, that's not good. +3 valor, so he's a good fighter. How is he as a general, though? 2 stars? Okay. At least his loyalty is fine. And 2 stars isn't great, but, 4 valor is pretty gosh darn good, isn't it? And 2 stars. Would he be better served somewhere? I'm almost tempted to put him in command of the Egyptian army, just because this guy is getting a little bit crazy. Yeah, unhinged loon. I guess, you know what? I just remembered, though, a fine leader does give +4 morale. So despite unhinged loon, he still is in the net positive when it comes to giving his army morale boost. That's kind of funny. So I guess because of that, you get to keep your job. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Where do I want you then? Just, I mean, you're a good fighter. I kind of want you to somewhere where you might have to fight. Do I have... Yeah, so this is going to be father-son. Let's put the second son here in Tripoli. Yeah, just so, I mean, there's no Gulam bodyguard units here in Tripoli, so we may as well have one that's just a beast of a fighter here, just in case I need to defend that. And up here I do have 3 units of Gulam bodyguards, so Antioch is fine for now. And we have a different set of glorious achievements. Looks like nothing's changed, actually. I think everything is exactly the same. Yep, 5 points for homelands for Egypt, Arabia, and Sinai. Yeah, nothing's changed. The next counting period is going to be in, what, 25 years? 24 years? Yeah, 1150. So that's something worth keeping an eye on. And just to take a peek around, yeah, Almohads still haven't done anything. The Byzantines are doing everything and kind of doing okay at it. Although they still don't have Lesser Armenia or Georgia, so they lost those 2 points. Yeah, the Danes are just kind of chilling, I think. England is just getting their ass kicked by France like they always do. Yeah, they don't have Wessex. God, yeah, that's tough for them. And then France, yep, France is doing okay, I think. They have all of their territories. They just don't have my territories. They don't have like the Crusade objective territories. And then the Germans, have they lost stuff? They've lost a lot of stuff. Oh God, that must be a civil war. That looks like a civil war. Because I don't think like the Danes and the French are taking all of these territories. Did the French take these territories? How is conquest? They're making 1 point for every 5 that they've conquered. So maybe they took a couple of them. Huh. That looks like a civil war to me. A big one. The Italians, they have everything that they started with. The Poles are doing okay. The Spanish, they did take Portugal. Turks are not doing great. Yeah, not having rum is tough for them. They're losing 4 points that way. Yeah, that's rough. The Aragonese, yeah, they're doing okay. The Hungarians are doing okay, and the Sicilians as well. Do they not have... What? What do they have? How are they still alive? They don't have Malta or Sicily? Where are the Sicilians? And who owns Sicily? What happened? I need you to go over... Why can't you go... You go... port. I'm gonna go to a port province. Where the hell are all of the Sicilians? They don't own any of their territories? So... Did they, like... move up to Naples? Do the Byzantines still have Naples? Yeah, they do. So where the hell are the Sicilians? They don't have Malta or Sicily. But they're not dead. And they don't own Tunisia as well, which is one of their homeland goals. They don't own that. Huh. I am super curious. I have no idea. I'm super curious to see what's going to happen there. Now that I do have my build orders put in for all of my boats and all 5 of my sea or coastal regions, now that I have my build order put in for my castle as well, I have a bit of money that I can start splurging on other things, and I think I just want to keep on going full on in with my economy. So up here in Antioch, let's go straight on into a merchant building. 1,000 florins will get us that upgraded trading post essentially. And then I think Egypt can't do that, so Tripoli would just be the only other option, I guess. So we will get a merchant there as well. So that's going to be $2 grand. That's going to leave me with another 849 left to spend. And I think, let's see, Palestine, Palestine they're making 662 income off of farm income, and they don't even have a single upgrade. No, they have one upgrade. Yeah, so let's just keep going with the farm upgrades with Palestine. I know my accountant was going to be happy to see that, yes. And I suppose that's going to be for, you know, all of my provinces. Whenever I get a chance, just keep pumping out that farm upgrades. I feel like Arabia should probably focus on getting troop upgrades before farm upgrades, just because I'm sort of counting on Arabia to be my troop producing facility in this stage of the campaign. Now, right now, I'm just basically on tier 1 stuff. You know, spears, urban militia, desert archers, naphtha throwers, Bedouin camels, and Saharan cavalry. I actually haven't trained any of those yet, so I should probably get some Saharan cav as well. Yeah, so much stuff for me to train. So little time. Yeah, I can finish getting that naphtha thrower out, and then I can start working on some Saharan cav, just to get some light cav present. So, you know, it's probably going to be good to get some of that out. And let's see, Palestine, how much is this going to cost? 1,000 florins. Oh, they're not going to be able to afford that. Okay, so let's not do that then. 600 here in Sinai, so let's do that instead. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of money, but I am told that if you build farm upgrades in every single province to the max, it will make its money back as long as you have 100 turns left in the campaign. So, yeah, that's actually very useful information to know. So I'm really happy that I was told that. Yeah, one of my viewers was very nice enough to do the math for me, and now I will not always know that answer. I always know that, and now I can impart that knowledge upon you as well. So, I can't even take credit. He did all the work. Thank Mr. Giggles. Yeah, Mr. Giggles. Thanks, man. You're a real one. I appreciate all the work that you do, and not only in doing the math, but also in reminding me. Right. So that's kind of half the job sometimes. Wow, and just like that, the King of Sicily has been killed in battle. He has no heirs, and his forces have degenerated into minor factions. Huh. Yeah, I never got to find out where he was before. Like, where did they die? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. So farmland improved here in Sinai, and yes, the Holy Roman Emperor. Oh, now you're looking for an alliance. Oh, yeah, they're still at war with the French. Yeah, I'll take this. Does that mean you won't declare a crusade against me? Prince Khalil, highly educated. Goddamn, this guy just gets better and better. So this one's gonna add plus, no, this one's like, this is where it gets worse. Interesting, yeah. Yeah, so it goes educated, and then I can't remember what's after educated, but then it gets to highly educated. So it goes from +1 acumen to +1 command to -1 piety. So yeah, now he's just getting too smart for his own good. Gosh darn him. And then you. So you are still the... You're still the governor of Arabia, right? And you got steward, so +10 happiness, +10% to agricultural production. That's interesting. I feel like steward usually comes when you build farm upgrades in the provinces that they are the governors of. I built a farm upgrade in Palestine and Sinai, but not Arabia. So I don't know. I mean, I built a farm upgrade a little while ago, like last episode. So +10% agricultural production. That's going to be like not much because Arabia's not making a lot of money. Yeah, you are the governor of Arabia, making 99 florins. Hot damn. And now for this turn, after I have put in a new fresh order of boats in, and I will still have a little bit of money left. Not enough money for another upgrade for farm income here in Sinai, but enough money. You know what it's time to get is a Boyar's workshop here, just because this is the province that is going to give me +1 valor to my Mamluk horse archers, and that is going to require a Boyar's workshop. So let's get that going. And we can slowly start working our way up to those units as well. Because, yeah, as we've been just ultra focused in on getting our economy running and working on the Grand Mosque here in Egypt, we still have to think about our soldiers, you know, getting our military tech up to speed. It's one of the first things I learned about this game is that you don't want to fall behind when it comes to that sort of stuff, just because you really feel it, you know, in the battlefield when you're like, oh, I can't, my lines do not hold against the forces that the enemies are throwing against me. No, my guys are crumbling and the enemies are just dominating me. You have to kind of stay up to speed on that. You have to stay up to code. But you know what? That is all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. We're going to continue seeing how many episodes can we do before we have to fight a battle. Yeah, that's going to be the kind of a mini game within the game here. So until next time, this has been Concept playing Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.